Have you ever wished you could improve your English without sitting at a desk for hours, memorizing vocabulary or doing grammar exercises every night? What if you could improve your English while walking, cooking, cleaning your room, drinking coffee, exercising, or even relaxing on your bed? It sounds too easy, but there is a smarter way to learn English. You do not always need to study harder. Sometimes you simply need to make English part of your everyday life. Welcome to the channel. Today, we are going to talk about how you can learn English while doing things you already do every day. And the best part is that you do not need to spend hours studying. You just need to change what you listen to, what you watch, and what you say during your normal day. Let's begin. The first habit is simple. Listen to English while you are doing something else. Imagine you're cleaning your room. Normally, you might listen to music. Instead, try listening to an English podcast, a simple English story, or an English conversation. You do not have to understand every single word. You do not have to stop what you are doing. Just listen. At first, you might understand only 30%. That's okay. After hearing the same kinds of expressions again and again, your brain starts recognizing them. You may hear, "How was your day?" "I'm not sure. That sounds interesting. Let me think about it. I'll get back to you." At first, these are just sounds, but after repeated exposure, they begin to feel familiar. This is important because real English is not learned only by looking at vocabulary lists. Your brain needs to hear English repeatedly. Think about a song. You may hear a song several times without intentionally memorizing the lyrics. After a while, you suddenly know the words. You didn't sit down and study every sentence. You simply heard them repeatedly. You can use the same idea for English. Listen while you're walking. Listen while you're cooking. Listen while you're getting ready for work. Listen while you're exercising. Listen while you're traveling. English can become part of the background of your life. But there is one important rule. Do not expect passive listening alone to make you fluent. Listening is powerful, but you also need some active practice. And that brings us to the second habit. Talk to yourself in English. You do not need another person. You can practice while doing normal activities. Imagine you're making coffee. Instead of thinking in your first language, say quietly, "I'm making coffee. The water is hot. I need some sugar. This coffee smells good." That's it. You are practicing English without sitting down to study. When you get dressed, say, "I'm getting ready. I need to find my shoes. Where is my jacket? I'm running late." When you're leaving the house, say, "I'm going to work. I need to take my keys. I'll be back this evening." These sentences may seem extremely simple, but simple English is exactly where you should start. You are training your brain to connect real situations directly with English. Instead of thinking in your first language and translating, you begin connecting the situation directly to English. That's a huge step towards speaking naturally. The third habit is one of my favorites. Change your entertainment into English. Think about how much time you spend watching videos. Maybe you watch TikTok. Maybe you watch YouTube. Maybe you watch movies. Maybe you watch interviews. Maybe you listen to music. You're already spending that time. So why not use some of it to improve your English? You don't have to stop enjoying yourself. Just choose some English content. If you love cooking, watch cooking videos in English. If you love football, watch football videos in English. If you love fashion, watch fashion content in English. If you love travel, watch travel videos in English. If you love business, watch business interviews in English. If you love movies, watch movies in English. The subject should be something you actually enjoy, because when you enjoy the content, you pay more attention. And when you pay attention, learning becomes easier. This is one of the biggest secrets to learning English naturally. Don't only study English. Use English to learn about things you already love. The fourth habit is, watch the same content more than once. Many English learners make the same mistake. They watch one video. They understand some of it. Then they immediately move to another video. Instead, try something different. Choose a short English video. Watch it once without worrying about every word. Your goal is simply to understand the general meaning. Then watch it again. This time, listen for useful phrases. Maybe you'll hear, "I don't really know. That's a good point. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not used to it. Give me a second." Then watch it one more time. Now try to repeat some of the sentences. You don't need to memorize the entire video. Just choose 2 or 3 useful expressions. This method can be much more effective than watching 20 random videos once, because repetition helps your brain notice patterns, and patterns are extremely important in language learning. The 5th habit is, use English during your daily routine. Your daily life is full of opportunities. When you wake up, say good morning. "I'm still tired. I need another 5 minutes." When you take a shower, think, "The water is too hot. I need to wash my hair." When you eat breakfast, say, "I'm hungry. This tastes good. I need more coffee." When you go outside, think, "It's sunny today. It's really hot. It looks like rain." When you arrive at work, think, "I have a meeting today. I need to finish this task. I'll do this later." You are turning ordinary moments into English practice. You don't need a textbook. Your life becomes the textbook. The 6th habit is, use subtitles intelligently. Subtitles can be extremely helpful, but you need to use them correctly. If you're watching an English video and you understand almost nothing, English subtitles can help you connect the sounds with the words. For example, you hear, "I've been waiting for you." The subtitle shows the sentence. Now your brain can connect the sound with the written form. After watching it several times, try turning the subtitles off. Now listen again. Can you understand it? This simple process trains your listening, but try not to depend on subtitles forever. The goal is to use them as a bridge, not as a permanent support. The 7th habit is, repeat what you hear. This technique is sometimes called shadowing. You listen to a sentence, then repeat it. For example, "I don't think that's a good idea." Listen, pause, repeat. "I don't think that's a good idea." Try to copy the rhythm. Try to copy the pronunciation. Try to copy the emotion. You don't need to sound exactly like the speaker. The goal is to train your mouth to become comfortable producing English. You can do this while walking. You can do it in your room. You can do it in your car. You can even whisper if you're around other people. Just 5 minutes can be useful. The 8th habit is, stop trying to understand every word. This is very important. Imagine you're watching an English video. You hear a word you don't know. You immediately pause. You search for the meaning. Then you continue. 10 seconds later, you hear another word you don't know. You pause again. After a while, learning becomes exhausting. Instead, sometimes keep listening. Try to understand the meaning from the situation. For example, someone says, "I was exhausted after work, so I went straight to bed." Maybe you don't know the word exhausted, but you understand the person was very tired. That's enough. Later, you can learn the exact meaning. Your brain can often understand more from context than you realize. You don't need to understand 100% to learn. Understanding 70 or 80% and continuing can be much better than stopping every few seconds. The ninth habit is learn phrases instead of isolated words. Instead of learning the word decision, learn make a decision. Instead of learning mistake, learn make a mistake. Instead of learning interested, learn I'm interested in. Instead of learning used, learn I'm used to it. Why? Because when you speak, you don't usually build every sentence word by word. You use familiar groups of words. The more useful phrases you know, the faster you can speak. So whenever you hear a useful expression, save it. You can write it down in your phone. But don't collect hundreds of phrases. Choose a few, then actually use them. The 10th habit is create an English environment around yourself. You don't have to move to America or England to hear more English. You can create your own environment. Change some of your phone settings to English. Follow English-speaking creators. Watch English videos. Listen to English podcasts. Read simple English posts. Listen to English music. Talk to yourself in English. Write short notes in English. The goal is simple. Make English difficult to escape. Not in a stressful way, in a natural way. Imagine waking up and seeing English. Opening YouTube and hearing English. Walking outside and describing things in English. Cooking while listening to English. Relaxing while watching English. Going to bed after listening to an English story. Now, English isn't just a subject. It's part of your day, and that changes everything. But there is something you need to remember. You don't need to understand everything immediately. Language learning takes time. Some days you will understand a lot. Other days you will understand very little. That's normal. Don't judge your progress based on one day. Look at the bigger picture. Think about where you were 6 months ago. Maybe you couldn't understand simple conversations. Maybe you were afraid to speak. Maybe you translated every sentence, but now you understand more. That's progress, even if it feels slow. And here's another important lesson. Don't turn every activity into studying. If you're watching a movie, enjoy the movie. If you're listening to a podcast, enjoy the conversation. If you're watching a cooking video, enjoy the recipe. You don't have to stop every 30 seconds to write down vocabulary. Sometimes your brain learns simply by being exposed to English repeatedly. The goal is consistency, not exhaustion. You don't need to study English for 3 hours today, and then do nothing for the next 6 days. 10 or 20 minutes every day can become powerful when you do it consistently. Think about exercise. You don't become fit by exercising for 5 hours once a month. You improve through regular practice. English works in a similar way. Small daily exposure can become a powerful habit. So let's create a simple routine. When you wake up, listen to English for 5 minutes. While you're getting ready, think in simple English. During the day, listen to English while doing something else. Choose one short video and listen to it more than once. Speak out loud for 5 minutes. Before bed, think about your day in English. That's it. You don't need a complicated schedule. You don't need 10 textbooks. You don't need hundreds of vocabulary cards. You need a system you can actually continue. And remember one final thing. Learning English while doing nothing doesn't mean literally doing nothing. It means you stop treating every moment of English exposure like a difficult study session. You learn while living. You listen while walking. You speak while cooking. You think while getting ready. You watch while relaxing. You repeat while exercising. You learn from things you already enjoy. English becomes part of your life. And when English becomes part of your life, you stop feeling like you're always studying. You are simply using the language. That's when learning can become much more natural. So today, don't promise yourself that you're going to study English for 3 hours. Instead, choose one simple activity. Take a walk. Put on an English podcast. Listen. Don't worry about every word. Then describe what you see around you in English. Do this again tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Small habits become big results when you repeat them long enough. You don't need to learn English harder. You need to learn English smarter. Make English part of your everyday life. And one day, you'll realize that you're understanding sentences you once couldn't understand. You're responding faster. You're recognizing expressions automatically. And you're speaking without thinking about every word. That is the power of natural exposure. If you found this lesson useful, save this video and come back to it whenever you need motivation. And follow the channel for more simple English lessons that help you learn naturally, speak confidently, and improve without feeling overwhelmed. Start today, not with more studying, but with more English in your everyday life.